Please subscribe to the channel for exciting and latest entertainment news. Press the bell icon on YouTube and never miss another update from Lights Camera Life.
These are the top 10 movies of all time. Before proceeding, please make sure that you have subscribed to my channel. This means a lot to me. Now enjoy the video.
For Frodo.
Here comes number 10, Fight Club, the 1999 film based on the novel by Chuck Palahniuk, directed by David Fincher and stars Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, and Helena Bonham Carter. This is also known as the best multiple personality disorder movie of all time. Fight Club failed to meet the studio's expectations at the box office and received polarized reviews. Critics praised the acting, directing, and themes, but debated the violence and moral ambiguity. Later, the film found success with its DVD release, which established Fight Club as a cult film. It is now regarded as one of the greatest films of the 1990s and of all time.
This is too much!
In the end, you will thank me.
Whoa! Whoa!
Sergio Leone's epic spaghetti western film of 1966 The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is at number 9, making it the greatest and most influential western movie of all time. The plot revolves around three gunslingers competing to find fortune in a buried cache of Confederate gold amid the violent chaos of the American Civil War, while participating in many battles and duels along the way. Brilliant performance by Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef, and Eli Wallach and mind-blowing iconic background score by Ennio Morricone make this film worth watching. The Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece 1994 film Pulp Fiction is at number 8. The film stars John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, Tim Roth, and Uma Thurman. The plot follows the lives of two mob hitmen, a boxer, a gangster's wife, and a pair of diner bandits intertwine in four tales of violence and redemption. Pulp Fiction won the Palme d'Or at the 1994 Cannes Film Festival. It was nominated for 7 Oscars, including Best Picture, and won Best Original Screenplay.
Die, you mother!
Probably the greatest fantasy and adventure movie of all time, the final installment in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King is at number 7. The film became one of the most critically and commercially successful films of all time. It was the second film to gross $1 billion worldwide. At the 76th Academy Awards, it won all 11 Academy Awards for which it was nominated, therefore holding the record for highest Oscar sweep. The wins included the awards for Best Picture, the first time a fantasy film had done so. It was also the second sequel to win Oscars for Best Picture and Best Director following The Godfather Part 2. The film jointly holds the record for the largest number of Academy Awards won with Ben-Hur and Titanic.
We can give Frodo a chance.
The Steven Spielberg masterpiece and the biopic of Oskar Schindler, the 1993 epic historical period drama film Schindler's List is at number 6. The film follows Oskar Schindler, a Sudeten German businessman, who saved the lives of more than 1,000 mostly Polish Jewish refugees from the Holocaust by employing them in his factories during World War II. The film was the recipient of 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Original Score. In 2007, the American Film Institute ranked the film 8th on its list of the 100 best American films of all time. The Library of Congress selected it for preservation in the National Film Registry in 2004.
The list is life. All around its margins lies the gulf.
The 1957 courtroom drama film 12 Angry Men directed by Sidney Lumet is at number 5. The film tells the story of a jury made up of 12 men as they deliberate the conviction or acquittal of a defendant on the basis of reasonable doubt, forcing the jurors to question their morals and values. The film is notable for its almost exclusive use of one set. Out of 96 minutes of runtime, Only 3 minutes take place outside of the jury room. The Library of Congress selected it for preservation in the National Film Registry in 2007.
What's the matter with you guys? You're letting them slip through our fingers.
Slip through our fingers? Are you his executioner?
At number 4 we have the greatest superhero movie of all time, the Christopher Nolan masterpiece The Dark Knight. This was the second installment in the world-famous Dark Knight trilogy following Batman Begins and followed by The Dark Knight Rises. Heath Ledger, who played the supervillain character the Joker in this movie, died on January 22, 2008, some months after the completed filming and 6 months before the film's release from a toxic combination of prescription drugs, leading to intense attention from the press and movie-going public. The film received 8 Academy Award nominations. It won the award for Best Sound Editing and Ledger was posthumously awarded Best Supporting Actor.
Come on, hit me! Let's put a smile on that face.
Francis Ford Coppola's 1974 gangster movie The Godfather Part 2 is at number 3. The film is partially based on Mario Puzo's novel The Godfather. The film is both sequel and prequel to 1972 movie The Godfather. The sequel covers the 1958 story of Michael Corleone, the new dawn of the Corleone crime family, protecting the family business in the aftermath of an attempt on his life. The prequel covers the journey of his father, Vito Corleone, from his Sicilian childhood to the founding of his family enterprise in New York City. The film was nominated for 11 Academy Awards, and became the first sequel to win for Best Picture. In 1997, the American Film Institute ranked it as the 32nd greatest film in American film history. The Library of Congress selected it for preservation in the National Film Registry in 1993.
My father taught me many things here. He taught me in this room. He taught me, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Another Francis Ford Coppola movie and the first installment in the Godfather trilogy is at number 2. The film is based on Mario Puzo's best-selling novel of the same name. It stars Marlon Brando and Al Pacino as the leaders of a fictional New York crime family. The story spanning 1945 to 1955 chronicles the family under the patriarch Vito Corleone, focusing on the transformation of Michael Corleone from reluctant family outsider to ruthless mafia boss. The film won the Oscars for Best Picture, Best Actor and Best Adapted Screenplay. The film is widely regarded as one of the greatest films in world cinema and one of the most influential, especially in the gangster genre. The Library of Congress selected it for preservation in the National Film Registry in 1990 and is ranked the second greatest film in American cinema behind Citizen Kane by the American Film Institute.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Finally, number 1. Frank Darabont's 1994 movie The Shawshank Redemption. The film was based on the best-selling Stephen King novel Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. It tells the story of a banker, who is sentenced to life in Shawshank State Penitentiary for the murder of his wife and her lover, despite his claims of innocence. Over the following 2 decades he befriends a fellow prisoner who was a contraband smuggler and becomes instrumental in a money laundering operation led by the prison warden. The film received 7 Academy Award nominations. The Library of Congress selected it for preservation in the National Film Registry in 2015.
Get busy living, or get busy dying. That's damn right.